everybody, welcome to Do That at Home. Thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about something that makes me very angry, aphids. We're going to talk today about several ways to get rid of aphids, try and eliminate them, or at least cut them back. The first thing I'm going to show you is my plant that I got from my grandma. It's at least 40 years old, that I've been battling all winter with aphids, and so I want to show you that. Okay, so this is my poor little girl who I've been battling with trying to get rid of aphids all winter. So now she's outside for the summer, and I'll go through a more extensive process of how to get rid of the aphids. But I just wanted to show you what we're dealing with. Now there are over 4,500 species of aphids. Some are black, pink, and the ones that I have on these plants are yellow. Aphids are soft-bodied pests, and they do a lot of harm to your houseplants and to the plants in your garden. Aphids are soft-bodied pests, and they damage your plants by sucking the sap out of them. So they pierce the veins or the undersides of the plants, and then they suck the sap out of it, which damages and hurts your plant, and also can cause the leaves to curl. And aphids also can carry viruses and toxins from other plants to new plants. So that's really kind of important to get rid of them. So as I said, today we're going to work on this plant right here, which is a rope plant. And it's a little unruly. One of the first ways that's the easiest, and especially like in the garden, not so much house plants, is to just give them a squirt. So you can take your regular hose and just squirt them down, trying to get into all the nooks and crannies and all the places where they want to hang out. So that's one option, especially in the garden. But being that this is a house plant, that wasn't such a good option. And also, this rope plant, as you can see, has very curly, twisted leaves. And so the aphids, although I tried treating them all winter long, they kept coming back and coming back. And so we're going to go to another method. The other method you can do is you take ordinary dish soap. Castile soap is always the best, but regular dish soap works just fine. And you can put about a teaspoon of dish soap into tepid water, room temperature water, and then you can make a solution and just go ahead and squirt your plants with that. I don't have any solution in here right now. Another option to that is to add 70% rubbing alcohol. And so you want to make sure you get the 70%, not the 90%. And that should be about 5 cups of water to 2 cups of alcohol. And you can put that in with the soapy solution and try that. One thing you need to be very careful with when you put the alcohol in it is the alcohol can burn your plant. And so do not leave your plant in the sun at all if you have alcohol on it. And you may want to start with an area that you can just test it out and then come back later and see if you're damaging your plant. So today I'm going to go through the method of so I have here room temperature water with some soap, some dish soap in it. And so what I'm going to do is take my plant that's got the aphids, and I'm going to dump out the dirt. We want to make sure we get rid of this dirt, this soil, because you know the aphids, when you blast them and when you're trying to treat them, they can retreat to the dirt. So we want to make sure we do everything that we can to get rid of the dirt that it has been living in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to immerse the leaves, not the root or the root ball, but I'm going to immerse the leaves into my soapy dishwater. And with this being so twisty-turny, I'm very hopeful that this will get in the places that I've been trying to spray that I haven't been able to get into. Oh, it's a little tricky. Oh, here's the part you can see that's got all the aphids on it. I'm gonna make sure we get that part in submerged for just a few minutes. Oh, here I am getting the root ball in there. We don't want to get the roots in there because we don't want the soap in the roots. Okay, everybody. So as I said, we want to make sure we dispose of this dirt. We don't want to get it around any of our other plants. And then we also have the question of the pot. Because the pot has been with the aphids, we want to make sure that we clean that thoroughly as well. This is a ceramic pot, and so I could put this in the oven and bake it at 250 for, I don't know, half an hour or something. This pot is also could be run through the dishwasher. That will sterilize it. So those are options, but what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sanitize it. And so what you do is you put 1 part of common household bleach in another dishpan, kind of like we have, or your sink. So you put 1 part bleach to 9 parts water. 1 part common bleach to 9 parts water. Clean this out a little better and then put it in your sink and let it sit for a minimum of 10 minutes. And then after that, go ahead and wash it with soap and water again and make sure that it's thoroughly dried. This has a little bit of a porous bottom, and so I will let that dry thoroughly before I put the new dirt back in it. So that's the next step. We're going to make sure our dirt is disposed and our pot is as clean as possible to give the plant a new chance. Part of what happens with aphids is they also tend to prey on plants that are stressed or weak, and so that makes it also easier to kill the plant because they're stressed out. And so, like I said, I've been fighting with this all winter. I want to give my little girl here the best chance that she can to survive and to thrive and to be rid of these aphids. So I'll be right back with a clean pot. Okay, here we are. We're back with my sanitized pot to give the plant the best chance we can. You saw that the tendrils were very long and wants to pull the pot off the shelf. So I'm going to weight the bottom with some river rocks. Plus, that'll help with drainage too. And then I also have some of the smaller pea gravel. I'll put a little of that in to also add for weight and drainage. Probably about like that. And then I will put in some nice new clean potting soil for the plant, my rope plant. And so I'll take it out of the soapy water. I'm not going to worry at all about rinsing the soap off because that's one of the remedies, is to squirt it with soapy water every 2 or 3 days. So I'm not really going to worry about that. Oh, as you can see, she's got some long hair here. So because this has been wanting to kind of get out of the pot a little more, I'm going to put it a little deeper than I had it. And just fill the dirt in around it. And by the way, we hope you enjoy watching our videos, and we are really glad that you're here with us. We hope you find some value in the things that we're videotaping and putting on the internet. So if you do, if you would give us a thumbs up, if you would subscribe, that would be great. And we would certainly love to hear your comments about if these tips and tricks for getting rid of aphids help, and if you have any other that we haven't mentioned. I do have to say, in the garden, one thing that aphids really don't like are onions and chives and garlic. And so another trick that I saw that I'm not going to do today, I don't know if it works or not, but someone actually takes a clove of garlic, peels it, and sticks it right in the dirt next to the plant that had the aphids. Can't tell you at all if that works, but I do know that aphids, to keep aphids out of your garden, you should plant onions, chives, and garlic. So it sounds like it's reasonable. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for being here. It's really been great having you. And if you wouldn't mind giving us a thumbs up and letting us know how this worked for you, we would just love it. Thank you. Remember, do that at home.